focus, to be honest. And here we go. Looks like we are going to be heading our way towards this first series very, very soon. Here, Kanga and Fury getting ready to go, ready to ignite the time stream, and ready to see what they can cook up. And we'll see if there's going to be a bit of Jeff action. You know, wouldn't be surprised if we saw that out of at least one of the rosters there. You know, I think Vulcan Red looking like they could bring that out, perhaps, potentially. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, definitely, I think big focus around the Ultron ban. I think will be, yeah, just a staple ban there. I think Mantis definitely will have its time as well. But without further ado, Liger, here we go.
Alrighty, of course, as we know, we are here in MRI. Bans and picks for those watching, new to the show, they're a bit different. Let me tell you how it works. Okay, alright. Obviously, as we know, it is going to be a ban on each side first. It's going to be, of course, you know, red bans first. That's going to be Fury, get the first ban. Then on the other side, it's going to be Kanga. So, how did it start out? Fury taking out the Ultron there, so they can't play the actually no, both teams have taken out each other's Ultrons. Yep. No hesitation. The Metal Man of the Skies is gone, Massey. That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what else is gone? Adam is going to be taken out as well. I think we have seen that start to trend amongst some of the rosters there, you know, realizing a bit of the poke potential out of that strategist there. And the Karmic Revival has always been a big game changer if you can make it work. But we do see the save from the Lunar Snow there on Fury. They're taking away the Mantis as well. They do not want to deal with that power. And now we're going to see the double down onto the next set of bans here. Is it going to be more strategists? Are we going to see Vanguards taken out of the mix here? It's all or nothing, and there it is.
Oh, I'm expecting a very pivotal protect here coming out from Kanga. You know, potentially could see the Jeff protect. As we know, there's a bit of a Jeff presence right now in MRI. A lot of Jeffs are being used for outsourcing the speed boost from the bubbles actually helps quite a lot. So, into the impact, that's what we want to see. Oh my days, I actually kind of called that. It is a Jeff protect. Let's go. That's for Isaac.
Let's go. It's Jeff time. And let's see what is going to be chopped away as a consequence here. 10 seconds to make a decision. Will it be another strategist? Are we going to see? My goodness, something else? Nope. It's going to be the Vanguards taken out this time. Magneto will not be online. So, definitely eager to see how that plays out. And it makes a lot of sense, you know, considering Fury have got the Protect through onto Luna. They want to kind of nullify any counter potential that could come out from the Meteor M for Magneto.
You know what? I would like to see. Okay, yeah. Hey, we're on it today, Matt. We're on it. We getting these picks. We're getting these predictions right. I'll tell you that. Look, last ban. I have a feeling. Look, if this was a different era of Kanga, you know, they'd probably put out the Psylocke ban. You know, because we saw Daxu in the past hitting that slashing and dashing. You know, it's easy money, guaranteed a good time, but in this current state, it's more important to deal with the Emma. Exactly. There it is, White Queen banned out. So, let's recap. Kanga have protected Jeff and Adam Warlock for themselves at the same time. They cannot play Magneto, Luna, Mantis, or Ultron. However, for Fury, they cannot play Ultron, Adam, Mantis, or Emma, and it does mean they've protected Luna and Magneto. So there it is, everybody. Mantis, again, the double ban. Already the front runner, actually tied with Ultron for the most banned pick in Marvel Rivals Ignite OCE. There it is. We expected nothing less. Honestly.
Nothing less at all. And let's see what else is going to be breaking its way in right now.
Oh, Krakoa.
And all
so
is
it is
well.
Krakoa.
It's Krakoa.
Beautiful.
It's totally Krakoa. And
it's absolutely beautiful.
The best of the best here, Liger. And very eager to see what else we can break in with into this one. You know, we've got some good times ahead into this wonderful first map of domination. But I'm curious, you know, how things are going to fare, what they're going to be able to proceed with getting into the fray here. But you know what I want to see? Like, I want to see Heart of Heaven come out one of these days. I'm not sure if it's in the pool as yet. It might be a little too fresh, but you know, I'm glad that there's a new map on the way. Yeah.
On the way. All right. Eyes on Rocco. Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme hitting the early portal. Trying to see if they can get a pick. A bit of a Maelstrom at Madness end. Jungbeck does take out. Nice and early cleaning out. Jeff taking a clean pick there. We're seeing the momentum. We're seeing the movement right now. Isaac is on the... Oh my day. Sexy with a big slam from the Venom taking out. Luna. Exile is down. That is pressure. But on the other side, of course, Kanga do have claim, do have point per contention, and they do start the capture.
That they will start the capture over the mission area, building up that percentage and ready to see if they can wreak some havoc here. It's good to see that they've got that early control and very eager to see how they will stroll ahead into this one. I like the defensive presence coming out from Kanga as well. You know, playing that triple strategist, triple vanguard setup. You typically see that on like the defensive section of the convoy, so it's interesting to see it showcased here on Domination as well.
Ooh, it is interesting, 30% already. Now's the time for Fury to act and try to get momentum forward and get something actionable. But looking though, Texie's on the high ground, going straight for the strategist in the backline, directly diving onto Exile. Right now, trying to make it happen. Seeing if they can push, get the pace, watch Texie's HP. They do get some sustain and do stay in the fight. Cloak and Dagger has a Eternal Bond online. That could be very big from Solomon. We're waiting for somebody to pop it. Oh, there it is. IX9 taking out Solomon. Jeff's going for this. Jeff is going to be a big E. Gonna find out. Nev takes out another. Jungbeck falls down. Adam can probably hit the cocoon, bring himself back in the fight. He's going to go for a quick reset. Oh, cracking it back from Villa. Into the Agamotto. Already going off. This is Fury trying to ult, but it does not match because Jungbeck is there with the Karmic Revival. Bringing 1, 2, 3 back. And that's going to be the Supernova from Sliver right there. Bringing 1, 2. And that's going to be burning up the presence right now. Even though they've had a pretty good team fight here, Kanga just brought themselves back. And they do contest this further, 70 to 80%, but Fury do take it back.
That they will. At long last, they will be able to blast in. I think the Karmic Revival was really valuable there for them. You know, it did allow them to build up that little bit more percentage for themselves. So the gap is wider, but Fury are going to have to work a little bit harder to maintain course on their own percentage here. The fact they've got Jeff time up, they're definitely going to be beneficial if they want to destabilize some of the ground that Kanga is going to be seeking to take here. But we'll see how they fare, as already they got Texie in the back line and trying to distract them nice and quickly. We're one the same, and Eternal Bond is definitely going to pump things up. But Jeff time, though, coming out right now. EF Neb not grabbing anyone yet. Here we go. Meteor, surely. There it is. Taking out the strategist there and looking for more. TF Neb will be able to trade it also. So, solid foundation. And Fury are looking to hold here.
They are indeed looking to hold right now. 45% climbing to 50%. Fury seems to have the advantage right now because the torch is just burning it up right now in the skies. Sliver putting in a lot of work, but, you know, as we can see, Neb's there on the absolute Jeff right there. Can make some big things happen. Neb's close as well to the Feast of the Abyss. Could be a big crunch very much coming up soon, but I'll tell you what more than that, Madsy. Kraken Impact online for Billa. Could be big. Could be definitely dangerous if they don't watch out.
They're going to have to be very cautious towards that one. Otherwise, they could be faced with a big affair of problems. But look at problems. Galactic Legend online already pumping up big damage. Big joke slam there. Isaac pumping them down. And they are looking to get even more from it. Huge damage coming over the side. And that is just going to allow Kanga to glide ahead with the KOs. IX9 trying to fight ahead here, contested, but they're just going to end up staggered out. So this only fares worse for Fury here. They need to go for a last moment contest with a portal. They've got a few ults to do it, but it's now or never. And here they go.
Now whenever overtime's ticking off in favor for Kanga by now, let's see if they can hold it down. Let's see if the Supernova can actually burn up Jungbeck, and it does, taking out one. There's a lot of water and fire on my screen right now. There's a meteor as well that crashes down to Chronix, and that's going to give IX9 a double into Isaac. Fluba's going to take out Texie. Jungbeck does have the cocoon to bring them back into the fight, but the overtime's going to be ticking out as Fury do capture it back, and 80% climbing to 100%. This, whatever comes up now, is going to be the final fight on this little round right here on Krakoa. But of course, ult check in the house right now. Texie does have the Feast of the Abyss online, but Isaac's going to be the one to portal Kanga to the objective right there to see if they can take Fury down in a glow-side fight. Right there, everybody goes in. Feast of the Abyss takes down Neb, but yeah.
Yeah, great trade coming out as well. Jongvek going to be out of here. Texi going down to Billa. More to come. Billa is online right now, hunting down these KOs. And Song Inferno cancelled as well. Too much damage taken there, and more to follow. They're just unstoppable here, finding KO after KO, and they lock it down in OT. Fury have taken the first mission area. Krakoa is lighting up on the carousel.
Ooh. All right, let's cool it down. Let's cool it down. Let's head to the Grove. Let's get serious right now. That is a strong lead for Fury, but it was a hard-fought lead. I'll tell you that. Kanga made them work for it. That is going to be very interesting. Now, checking everybody out right now, as we can see, you know, ultimates do carry over in domination mode, as we know. So, Solomon's ready with the Eternal Bond when the time comes. Chronix and Neb will be close to their ultimates as well on the Jeff, so it could be a big factor. But I want to keep my eyes on Nev right now. Nev's Venom is very aggressive. These time dives are absolutely perfect right now. Combinations are clean. And I also feel like a little bit of snowflake shenanigans are happening there, giving Neb that extra little bit of power to just confirm those picks. Let's see if it works out. 10 seconds till the door's open, Matsy. What do you think's going to be popping off? Who do you think's going to be taking this one? Because, like, right now, I think the advantage kind of falls into Kanga for a little bit here.
3, 2.
Yeah, I think they definitely do have a little bit of advantage in their favor. I mean, they've got the Cap online now. I think that's going to allow them to establish a bit of presence there. But having the Eternal Bond definitely are going to allow them a little bit more early presence into the mission area here. Albeit, Jeff time is something you have to consider from TF Neb there, because even if Kanga build themselves up, they could just get swept away just as quick already. A big pick up there. KO going to Sliver, looking to find even more. Eternal Bond online. Jeff time now. Gonna try and take them away. Let's see if anyone is gonna get captured here. Ooh, it's gonna be Big Eats forcing their way up. They will be able to get themselves one step forward, but Kanga are not giving up yet.
Yep, I've been waiting for this. The Texi Captain America is an overwhelming force when finally put in check right there. Rocco on the Phoenix. Texi, Ike9 goes down. Neb putting in the work. Isaac takes that pillar. That's 1, 2, 3 down for Fury. It does give capture position to Kanga to start us off here on the Grove, but you know, positioning right now is Isaac, who's also got Psionic ready to roll when they need. Of course, but Fury have 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 with Billa. Ultimate's ready for the next fight. This could be very, very big for Fury. But they've got to attack now if they want to take it back before Kanga get to that 25% mark.
Yeah, desperately need to find a way to break her back in here. They are a lot of ultimates, but Psionic Seduction going to come online to try and destabilize them before they can even activate here. Could see even more coming up from there, but for the moment, Chronix just having a good old time in the back line, getting those little heals up, but we are going to see a bit more come through. Supernova allows them more presence, Fist of the Abyss into everything here. Kanga getting mopped up, wiped off the mission area. Jongvek going to be back online though. Karmic Revival brings everybody back, and we'll see if they can take advantage of that. I think they're just going to get a little closer to the mission area with this one, and then try and change things up from there. Speaking of change-ups, Rocco's actually switched off to the Hela.
Listen, I'll tell you something. You can bring everybody back, but when are you going to fight back? I always feel as though Karmic Revival jump in quick, get the fight started. You know, they've exhausted all their abilities. Their cooldowns have been used. You should attack quickly once you bring your team back. I feel like that's the hesitation we're seeing from Adams lately, but we'll see how Jongvek can do. We'll see if Kanga can make the momentum right here. They do have a Eternal Bond going to this next fight, as well as Chronix with the strategist power that could come from a big It's Jeff if the timing is right. Let's see how it unfolds, but there it is. Nev taking out Jongvek. The Venom is lethal once again. There goes the Meteor. Texi takes out Lyre, and Rocco cleans up Billa right there. That's 1, 2 down for Fury, and it's going to be a lot of pressure. I'm seeing a big roundhouse kick from Isaac, taking out the Magneto IX9 right there. Potentially a choke slam would be online, and it's going to be enough to take down Solomon. Neb falls as well. That's another falling. That's Neb down. That's 1, 2, 1 each right there, and that's going to be, that's 4 down from Fury in total from this fight. That does give them momentum, does give them power to keep holding it down. Kanga do have point congestion, 55%, getting the lead back from Fury right now. Let's see if they can take it home. However, Billa is ready to get dangerous, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, they're ready to get loud. They are ready to make themselves heard here. Look at that, shot for shot coming out. They are tracking Texi down like no tomorrow. They do not want to allow them to be a thorn in the side for their team. They want to keep their team online as much as they possibly can here and try and steal back that mission area. But they're going to have a few issues trying to get there. If They do have issue in the back line. Piece of the Abyss coming online right now, though. Nev, Supernova coming out from Sliver here. Sonic Seduction trying to destabilize things. Rocco's down and out, and now more to follow. Everybody's going down to the Kraken impacts here. Chronix tries to get away, but not today. And it's going to be Fury coming back online, taking down the triple KO. Enjoy the show, Liger. They are back.
Oh, they are back. Oh, that Kraken Impact was absolutely saucy. We love that one. Put that on the chicken seasoning dinner for tonight. But what is now on tonight is, of course, a chance for Kanga to try to take it back right here. Fury are climbing to 80%. This is potentially the last fight. If Fury do win this fight, they do claim Krakoa, unless the portal does have something to say about that. But for now, we're going to see Lyle, who does have the Fate of Both Worlds. Is it going to be enough right now? We're going to see Texi hit the Freedom Charge to start the fight. But Miller gets the pick on Rocco on the sidelines. The Hela is down. There's one down for Kanga right there. Seeing if the picks from the Bucky are enough right there. The Buck action is going wild, but the Sliver's on the torch right now. Going for John Beck, and it does manage to take down Adam, and that's going to be Adam. Well, John Beck does bring out Rocco. Rocco does fall at the same time, though. The Sliver takes them out after the red. And then it's going to be more for them. That's going to be more for Texi to pushing. It's going to be barreling on forward, taking out, but that's going to be John Beck back in the play again. How many revives does John Beck have? Oh my goodness. The Cocoon is powerful. There's a big Jeff right there. Gonna spin a couple of their teammates out. Gonna get their enabling right there. Sliver taking out John Beck. And 3, 4, we TFM on the jump. Taking out 3 from Kanga. Just when he thought Kanga had the advantage. Who's left? There it is. Fury are trying to get out one more, and Fury do take Krakoa.
Can you believe it? Krakoa, map number 1, has been taken. Full swing by Fury Global here. They do not lose a single mission area into the opening statements. I can't believe my eyes. You know, I was talking about how they had time to cook between MRC and Stage 2. Well, we're seeing the main dish delivered in full swing right now, as they've already taken a map away from Kanga.
Absolutely insane. Look at that. Look at that. I would not disagree with Sliver with the MVP. I would not. But actually not. The torch was absolutely stupendous. It was just beautiful. Beautiful execution. 20k damage in such a short game. 10-minute, 33-second game. 20k damage. Absolute burning passion right there. But, wow. Neb with the 3k. It's Jeff at the very end to turn the tides. Not allow Kanga to have any more lifeblood to contest with. That does give him a clean win. That is a very strong start for Fury right now. You know what? Hey, that's what I expect. Honestly, I expected something from Fury. It's been so long since we've seen them. If you want to show up on the big stage, you got to come back with a bang. And I expected that from Fury. However, Kanga can cook when you least expect it. So let's see if Kanga now hit the books, hit a little bit of a break, a little bit of breather between this map. See if they come back strong heading into our next map. But for now, Fury did start strong, made a statement. Let's see if they can keep making statements. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, man. See, this is what I expected, though. This is a fiery matchup, and both rounds were hard fought. Even though it was a 2-0, my goodness, it was not a sweep at all. Both teams were fighting to the absolute wire.
Absolutely, and look at some of these highlights right now. You know, seeing all the amazing plays come out. Sliver on that torch was just so impressive all the way through, but it wasn't a one-man show. You know, you had a whole army of players doing big things here, making a statement, making an impact with those meteors like Chronix getting taken out there. Just so impressive to see how they navigated things here. Billa, that Winter Soldier, was just crazy. Seeing those Kraken impacts really shine through for them. But one and the same, you know, Kanga, they tried to make the Atom work. It just didn't. The Jeff time was huge, and it all went according to plan. Fury on top of the world right now, but the journey's not over yet. That's the reason they call it a best of 3, Liger, and this could be Kanga's chance to come back.
Of course. Kanga have had a lot of experience here in Marvel Rivals. They were one of the first orcs to bring it to the game. Let's see how it unfolds into this next match. Day 1, match 1. It is a hype one, I'll tell you that. But now Kanga has something very beneficial to them, which is they can select the next map. They can choose the next map. They can choose the next map, whether they go to Convergence or Convoy. Is going to be interesting. But, Massey, I think we're going to a little bit of a break.
We sure are. We'll be back with the next map right after this one, everybody. Stay tuned. It's all heating up. Welcome back, everybody, to Marvel Rivals Ignite Stage 2, coming at you already with Matzi and Liger. It's our first series of the day, the first series of Stage 2, Kanga taking on Fury, and Fury have already brought their Fury, taking away the first map.
Oh yeah, they did. But Kanga going to change the tide, and as we know, they get map pick, which means Kanga will be on Arako, and they will be defending first as we head on over to the domain that used to be for the mutants, but actually has been infected by something called the Ultron virus. So let's see what has happened to this map. What disaster has Ultron befallen on it? Or are we going to go and focus on what really matters, is that one star of the map, the Pit of Doom, Despair, you name it. It's got many names. It's a pit. I want to see someone fall down it. All I'm saying, get me my Spider-Man, get me the Bucky, get me Angela. Angela's another great pick for the pit. I'll tell you that. Hey, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Angela. We might see some Thor today as well. We might get down to some Asgardian. I'm trying to think of a word that works with shenanigans, that's alliteration with Asgardians. Anything can help me with Matthew. While I think of something. What works? I was about to say something. Asgardian adaptations? I don't know. We're going to find out.
Getting higgledy-piggledy with it. That's all I can think of, Liger.
Circle back. I'll think of something.
Run it back. Yeah. But what we're running right now is the ban protect phase here. We got the Ultrons immediately shut out of the piece. So does not surprise me at all. You know, I think Ultron has been a very popular strategist to come through in triple strategist lineups into this one. So curious what the protect's going to be now from the Fury side, and once again, it's going to be tale as old as time. It's Luna Snow.
There it is. Luna is gone to be protected. There it is. But Adam's been banned. Okay. All right. Look. I'll tell you something. I'm seeing some interesting hovers. I'm seeing a Lord Blade from X-Light. That's pretty crazy.
Doing you
If
proud.
you see that, could be crazy. Listen, I don't have Lord Blade yet. I'm on my way. I'm very close. But in the meantime, back on task. Kanga has gone for the Karmic Revival Denial strategy, which is called getting it for yourself and not for the enemy team. So, very, very tried and true strategy. Could be beneficial for them. Let's see if the Atom actually is more successful here on Arako than it was on Krakoa. But at the same time, Fury is, going to be there as well to do what they can. And they're going to be... Oh, they don't have access to the MR. Okay, well at the same time, Kanga does not have access to Luna or Mantis. Two of the most... That's 3 strategist bans. My goodness, that narrows down the pool a lot for what Kanga can potentially play here on the defensive line.
Yeah, they're really going to have to run it back a little bit. Looks like Invis is actually going to be protected this time around. So we have seen a little bit of potential around the invisible boundary, when some of your main strategists are taken offline there. Invisible Woman's one you can count on, but Emma Frost is going to be one no one can count on into this second map right now, as it is chopped off on both sides. So one more protector remains right now for Fury, and who's it going to be?
Final protect. Ooh, Mr. Meteor Magneteor himself, the king of many mutants. People consider Magnus is here, locked and loaded for Fury. They are going to get down to dunking with it. But at the same time, not surprised that final ban is going to be on the Mantis. That means late. Oh my days. That's 4 Mantis bans so far. There's a lot of Mantis bans out here. Nobody is looking out for Mantis right now. I think one day when we get Drax in this game, WNetties bring out Drax. Maybe Drax can be the one that can look out for Mantis and bring Mantis back into a position where Mantis can be played and not banned out of existence. But let's talk about reality and stuff about existence. Isaac is going to be on the Sorcerer Supreme, which means we're going to see some portal action. Nice to start. I do see Nev on that Venom once again. Hey, if it isn't broke, why are you changing it? Keep running down on this symbiote shenanigans. It's a good team up. It's a good factor to consider. But here we are in Arako. Beautiful map. Nice close quarters map. High ceilings, but also a lot of long range corners. A lot of bunker compositions can work here. It's a good map. It speaks to a lot of pro players' playstyles. And honestly, I think it's even fun in the casual sense. I don't know about all of you. I love this map. So let's get down to it. Oh, my days, that scared me. I just in your face.
Scare.
Yeah,
maybe
it's just in your face, man.
Yeah, maybe one of the Marvel zombies came out to play there. Could have been scary.
You're spooky.
But,
2,
yeah, well, let's wait for Halloween and see what some of those costumes might look like. If they do break into the mix here, I think that'd be a lot of fun. But speaking of fun, I sense a lot of Jeff Nato fun on the horizon for Fury here sooner or later, and very eager to see what that all is going to look like. And Kanga right now looking to lock it down. A triple strategist, a triple Vanguard setup on the defensive side of the convoy here. You know, I talked about this in our first map, and definitely makes a lot of sense. You know, you can really get a lot of hold potential and just drain out the clock heaps.
double kill.
Oh, okay. All right, let's talk reality here. Kanga, they did not get they didn't get much access to the strategic lineup, which means they are forced to bring out 3 strategist lineup. Okay, they're gonna have the Rocket, they're gonna have Chronix on the Invisible Woman, someone on the Rocket, and of course Zhongvek on the Adam. But as you said earlier today, Adam's really just a secret doors when you think about it. With the revival, counter revival can really add that extra firepower. But if you also notice, they have 3 Vanguards. You're damn right, they're running the 3-3 composition right now. This is exciting. Let's see if it's actually beneficial for them right now, if they can actually push on through. But Fury do have firepower. They got Billa, they got Sliver, and speaking of Sliver, Final Judgment is on. Oh, big strain in the prison to start us off. From Texi, is it going to be enough? Is it going to be followed up by anything? We do see Sliver wind it up on the Judgment right there. Zhongvek does get the pick on Sliver, taking out the Final Judgment. Executioner has been executed. My goodness, Texi takes out Billa right there. That's going to be another pick right now. I think this is happening. I think Kanga's going to hold the triple composition. I've been trying to think of a word. It's a triple composition as far as I'm concerned. But that is literally them running the 3 Vanguards, the 3 Strategists, and they are holding the front door for Fury. Fury don't even have a sliver of red on our screens. They haven't pushed at all. And there it is, Billa with the Hurricane into the Jump Nado! Into the Jump Nado! Texas Chronix taken down. So I haven't seen Jump Nado in so long, and it's a triple KO from Billa and Neb together.
Amazing stuff. You know, I mentioned that we were going to see it happen, and you know what else is going to happen is the Eye of Agamotto coming out into the Maelstrom there. Isaac shuts down Billa and looks to fight him more. Big damage coming over the top, though, sends them onto a retreat, but they are still going to be pretty well powered with the Seer online there, and you're going to get even more value forward from here. Fury struggling to really break out at all at the moment, but they might be able to change it up now. Taking the high ground, looking to keep the heals up, and the damage over the top here. Finally getting access to the mission vehicle, even if but a little bit. It's time to lock in. Final Judgment time, Liger. Here we go.
Here we go. There it is. One there up Sliver. Going to be matched with a Magneto Meteor. That's going to take down Texi. Shredding through to the tree. The tree has been deforested right there. IX9 taking out Rocco on the Magneto. Nev taking out Isaac. That's 1-2 down for Kanga. That does give Fury some pace to push down forward for themselves. Neb taking out Solomon. That's going to be the rocket down. It looks like Kanga are going to switch things up. Bring out Rocco on the Wolverine to try and give themselves just a bit more damage in their composition right now instead of running the triple combination. So Neb as well has its Jeffrey, and there it is, the portal contest. First one out the door is the Wolverine Rocker. Will they be able to rock things up? Let's find out. It's Jeff, goes for it.
And they take it. Going to be able to get a lot of damage through there, not finding the value they needed, and they will concede that portion of the map here. Big damage coming over the top, and they're looking for more where that came from. At long last, they will be able to claim presence and force their way forth. So, really solid way to get into things when it was starting to look a little bit uncomfortable here. And I love this setup with the turret as well. You know, you've got shields in front of you right now. You can really look to stop them in their tracks as they try and get close, but they're rethinking that position.
Oh yeah, definitely right now, rethinking it. But look, hey, Fury's got the pace. Already pushed halfway through Erica right now. Look how fast they've been pushing. Even though they had a bit of a stall, they did lose a couple minutes at the start of the map. They got their pace up now. And there it is, the third final judgment for Sliver this round alone. My goodness. Absolute Executioner is just going off right there, drilling on through Kanga's defensive lineup right now. It's going to be shredding on through, but it's not going to be enough to be able to take a pick right now. It does push them into the corner. Let's see if anybody gets a neighbor right now. Billa's looking hungry. That Kraken's looking impactful. Could be big at any moment. Watch your eyes. But there it is. Solomon has it turned upon online if needed as well. Zhongvek. Oh, Solomon with the aggressive play from the CND. Taking out Neb. Silver taken down. That's a Nagamurder from the skies. And it got cancelled. Rocco absolutely kidnapped and denied the Salsa Supreme. Neb right there. Zhongvek cleans the last bit of sliver of HP right there. And that's going to be the clean denial of the Agamotto. My goodness. That was a rough one.
in some ways, I'd say that maybe it's more beneficial it got cancelled there because they keep half of that percentage and they can build up towards another ultimate a lot sooner because the rest of their team had already been KO'd in that instance. So I think there's still a bit of value to be had here, but speaking of value to be had, we could see another team fight online very, very quickly. Eternal Bond coming out. Jongbeck getting targeted around the back lane here. Sliver trying their best to break into this one, but not going to be able to force their way through as yet. Still, things are already starting to heat up.
Oh, there it is right there. Look, I tell you what. I want to see a combination that is very tried and true. But first, it's Eyes on the prize. Texi with the Agamotto dropping in. Invisible boundary from, of course, Chronix there is going to be enough to sustain. And Meteor's being... Oh, it's a perfect Meteor. Like, gets clapped out of there. And then another Meteor winds up this time from... Oh, X9 right there. Taking out Solomon. And, of course, Silver with the Phoenix putting in the work right there. Burning it up, taking Isaac. Jongbeck frees Solomon and Isaac back in the fight. Rocco gets taken down by the Luna X-Lyle. Jongbeck takes... Oh, sorry, brings Rocco back into the fight. There it is right there. Rocco is slashing and dashing. Hopefully not crashing out right now, trying to make it happen. Isaac gets a pick right there, taking IX9, the Magneto vs Magneto, and he's pushing on forward. Isaac putting in the work right there. Villa trying to fight a Wolverine that does survive with a bit of backup from the X-Lyle on the Luna right there. The Snowflakes are definitely not flaking on you. No abandonment right there. Fury on the back foot. Dude kind of win the fight a little bit. Let's see if it's enough for a final portal fight. Texi just portal Nev off the map.
They sure did. Send him straight back to Kamatage there. And we'll see if they're going to find more where that came from. Jongbeck gets a big KO through. They found Villa as well. Everybody's fallen. Silver's out of here. And IX9 as well. So, Fury going to have to reset, try and get their way onto the mission area. But they just don't have any power, any presence, as everybody has fallen a casualty to the defense of Kanga. And now... the coin flips, the sides switch. It's time to see what Kanga's offensive presence is going to be like on the attacking side.
Listen, if we know Kanga, they got big brains. Okay, Coach Aids definitely puts a lot of tactics into these teams' minds right there, and that was definitely one to see. We saw a unique composition to hold defensive Araco at the front door. At the front door of the spawn for Fury. Fury did lose a bit of minutes at the start of the match, but with a bit of firepower, they managed to push on through and get themselves about the halfway mark, okay? As we know, Araco, one of the hardest maps to push when it comes down to the game, and of course, we're talking Convoy. So, let's see ultimately how it pans out. You know, we're going to see Silver this time bring it back up on the Human Torch. Going to be burning it up, you know, Nev's on the Venom. But Kanga have brought out something that makes me smile today, and that's Mr. Big Ben Grin on the thing. That is going to be fun to see. Combination, of course, fastball special, you name it, with the Wolverine. We're going to see Wolverines flying, okay? That's going to be a tough time for Fury, but let's see. At the end of the day, you know, compositions matter very much, but it's all about the skill and will of these players. Let's see how it goes. 10 seconds till the door's open. See where the action impactful goes off. But Isaac is on the Strange again. Are we going to see another cheeky portal?
Ooh, we could see, you know, some aerial combat, some displacement, if you will. But we'll see if Kamatage is going to be open for business again, or whether they may be staying away a while longer, as they're already looking to establish presence onto the mission vehicle here, slowly but cautiously pushing their way forward. And Fury, they aren't holding them off directly. They're going to wait for the corner to play into that choke point there instead. But Jongbeck looking to bring damage from above there. Might get singled out. Ooh, does manage to slip away though. And Kanga already looked to push it past the corner, and they're beyond.
All right, making a momentum right there. Someone on the C&D. Not even focused on them right now, just constantly pouring heals into their front line, knowing that Chronix is there to back them up. Patty cake mentality of the oh my days, big impact from Villa right there, taking out Texi on the group. That is going to be the defensive line of Kanga, having a bit of a struggle right there, but they're getting poured into damage right now. Their Eternal Bond's going to go out from Solomon. It's going to give him sustain. It's going to give him something to explain to the enemy team right there if they can hold it down. But there it is. Rocco is scooped up by the Jeff right there. Does Nev have the chance to throw Rocco off the map? Isaac takes out alive right there. It's going to be still pushing power from Kanga, and Bulla's going to be on the back foot, taken down right there from Isaac on the Sorcerer Supreme. Nev's picked off by Jongbeck. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 down for Fury right there, and Kanga do take this one as you said, and there it is. Fury can see this one for now, and we're going to push into the second section, and Fury, wow, that is a tough defense for them. 5-minute hold, is that in their bank?
I think it's definitely possible. Like, they've got 5 ultimates online right now. If they manage their ultimate economy well, there is still hope for them yet. But I mean, that's only to hold off for a time here, right? Because Kanga, they got heaps of ults themselves, but it's Fury to press the button first. Supernova coming online from Silver into this one, looking to force them back a great distance. So already doing a really good job to just bide their time on that one. And now Kanga are ready to try and push past them here, but Nev is diving into the back lane here, bringing out the Feast of the Abyss, trying to pump up the damage. Kraken Impact coming out as well. Fate of Both Worlds online here. Nobody going down yet, though. IX9 could change that. Seeking out a strategist. They found Adam. That's a big one to take out of the fray here. Rocco looking to go hunting as well. Finds Nev around the back. Finds Leo as well. Looking to see if they can steal away another KO or maybe even more. Huge impact coming out from the front line of a Kanga. It's all going so right.
There it is. Rocco just absolutely rolling on through right now. Absolutely massive last stand right. They gave him so much power to take down IX9 on the Magnet. Even the Bulwark shield was enough to protect him right now. But this is it. This is 3 minutes 40 on the final fight. This is looking so dire right now for, of course, Fury on the defense. Let's see if Kanga can take it down. They do block off Spawn with a bit of a Thorn/Wall right there. The portal's going to be timed out. Rocco's pushing forward. 4.31 minutes. Only a couple left for Fury to defend. There goes Nev. There goes TF Nev. There goes 1, 2, 3. That's Silver down, and that's Kanga Esports. It will be taking Arako, bringing this series tied up into 1-1. That's what we want, a dynamic fight for our first match in Ignite OCE. I love it, Matt. This is what we want.
Woo. Could not agree with you more there. You saw the big change-up coming out from Kanga onto that one. Isaac going to be securing the MVP as well. Very well deserved, honestly. You know, I was very impressed with how they managed to make things work for themselves, managed to find a very cheeky portal, you know, taking out their opponent, send them on a trip to Kamatage. Always nice to see. And maybe they saw some of their fellow strange companions on the other side. You know, maybe they saw some of their fellow users of the fine arts there. But we are going to be seeing some more fine gameplay coming through into our third and final map of this first best of 3 here. Now, where do you think we could go with this one, Liger? You know, what kind of map do you think remains for these two teams?
I think we're going to have a nice, long, drawn-out map of Convergence. Predictions, Hall of Jalia to start us off. I have a feeling we might be going to the Galactic Empire of Wakanda. Let's see how it unfolds. But, you know, got to bring attention to Isaac on the Strange. Just put in so much work or so much value. Absolute Sorcerer Supreme right there. 33k damage block, but Texi block just as much, even more, 46k. But eyes on Solman. Solman's Eternal Bonds were just on point, pivotal when they needed, and allowed them to store. That time they bought at the start of the game with that triple composition, with the Vanguards, with the Strategists, that bought them like 2.5 minutes and stole that time from Fury. Fury did not have that time when they needed it most. It would have been that extra time at the start that would have helped them get past the second gate of Arako. So that did lead them to being just shy of the second gate, which meant when Kanga got on the offensive, they got to pace on forward. They were not full held at the front door, and they pushed on forward. And as we can see here, you can see it right now. Look at the positions, look at the compositions, holding the front door, doing it with the Iron/Walls, Thorn/Walls, you name it, all the walls, all the group walls. But still got to give attention, Billa, on that Jeff Nato. It's been so long since we've seen a Jeff Nato. I love it.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. That was really great to see that they took advantage of the impact of that one to really get some early grace into the server there and really look for some deep presence. Speaking of deep presence, you know, IX9 has been really consistent landing those Meteor M's onto key targets there, finding a lot of those strategists. But I mean, Rocco, one and the same, especially towards the end of the piece. Finding TF Neb there in the back there, finding the way to open the gates for Kanga to slide their way in towards victory. It was just so nice to see the Wolverine break back in because, you know, we saw a lot of Wolverine last season. I feel like it isn't as picked out as often as it used to be, but definitely keen to see what else is going to be online as Map 3 is getting all set up, all ready for all you wonderful people. Stay tuned for that one on the other side of this break. Welcome back, everybody, to Marvel Rivals Ignite Stage 2 Oceania here. Matty and Liger coming at you live for our first best-of-3 series between Kanga and Fury. And both teams have taken away a map each. We are now on the decider. We are going to exactly where Liger thought we'd be going. We're going to the Hall of Djalia on Convergence here, Liger. It's time to take it the distance.
Told you we're going to Wakanda. It's going to be a beautiful time at the Hall of Djalia. It's going to be an absolute good time. Fury have picked this map. They're going to come back strong. Let's see if they can take this victory into their favor. Or does Kanga hit that reverse sweep? Hopefully nobody weeps. Let's see how it's going to unfold here in this, of course, round. As we know, Kanga's going to be on attack as we're going to have a defensive start from Fury. Let's see how the composition lines up. You know, I've seen a little bit of a Mr. Royal Thunder, Mr. Thor out here, Mr. Asgardian manly man himself. We might see some Thor this match, but you know, Angela's being hovered early. We'll see if that actually happens. I want to also consider the first ban's coming out from both teams, and it's gonna be a Mirror Ultron ban once again. Ultron is out of here. Ain't nobody trying to mess with Mr. Metal Man in disguise. But at the same time, Kanga's gonna go with their tried and true strategy, and they're gonna protect Adam for Zhongvek. That is their pick.
Yeah, they've been pretty consistent playing around the Resurrection composition there, and we are going to be seeing the Lunar Snow say goodbye as well. So, say goodbye and say hello, as a matter of fact, for Fury Global here. So, you're going to see the Fate of Both Worlds activated into this one. Very eager to see if they will be able to capitalize on it and get us something more from it. But Kanga, now next ban, it's going to be Mantis. I'm calling it out. Nope, it's Adam. Mantis next.
Oh, again, you know, the karmic revival steal, you know, take it for yourself, don't let it for them. Beautiful strategy right there. But Luna as well, same thing. No, what, you know, I will say though, I don't miss 4 Lunas dancing. I don't miss it. I like that there's only 1 Luna dancing now. This is great. This is a win. We're making progress, everybody. We're making progress, but no resurgence. All right, Mantis is out of here, gone. And that's it. But we're going to see this final protect coming out from Fury, and it's going to be the White Queen. They're going to bring Emma out into the fray. Emma's a great pick on Djalia, especially in that third and final section. Nice and boxed in area. You can get a lot of value on the Emma there. Final band coming out. Of course, who's the final band? Who is Fury going to be locked out of here? What is Kanga going to target? And they're going to target the Magneto. We're not going to get another Magneto mirror match. It's going to be one-sided this time. Let's see how it unfolds.
It's interesting to see that that's going to be a breaking through here. They have managed to get the protect for themselves, so I think it's going to be really great that Kanga can take advantage of that. You know, they can really look to limit that strategist potential coming out from Lunar Snow or any of the other picks that they might be looking to bring through here. But we do see Emma Frost banned out for them, so they're trading Vanguards, and they're looking to do a little bit more than just that, Mr. Liger. But let's see which team has that glimmer in their eye. Which team is going to be able to steam ahead and claim our first series of Ignite Stage 2 Oceania here, as our compositions are getting locked in.
You know what else is getting locked in? Us on Hall of Djalia. It's a beautiful map. It's a gorgeous map. I absolutely love it. It's Royal, Regal, W Panther. I know it's like Black Panther, but it's a beautiful map. You can see it right here. It's a good time. We're going Hall of Djalia. It's going to be a very fun Convergence map. As we know, Convergence can get very intense, very dicey when you least expect it. You got to hold it down or get held out because it could go to overtime. We could be fighting here for 30 minutes because these teams want it. It's a deciding round. Who's going to take the first matchup in group stage here today? Who tonight? Who's going to take it? Is it Kanga? Is it Fury? We don't know. It's going to get settled here on Djalia. Let's get into it, Massey. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get down to business here. Let's see which team is going to be able to claim this one and take it away as they prepare themselves for action. Checking out the beautiful landscapes before we get down to business. But it's time to kick off. It's time to lock in. And here we go. We're out the gates. Kanga going to be on the attack, and Fury going to be on the defense here. And it's time for some Portal combat. Let's see where they're going to go.
Oh, a little bit of Portal shenanigans. They actually start us off, pouring the damage on in, onto the corner, to the pillar of Djalia right there, seeing if they can take to the high ground, start flipping the positioning of Fury right now, who's trying to regroup, and they do manage to regroup. Silver flies away, tries to get the angle, takes his aiming forward, Seraphim shield is up, try to block a little bit of that firepower, give him an angle. The portal is also a shield in itself, well positioned right there. by Texi. Let's see how Fury reconvene here, see if they can make something happen right now. Right now, both teams are just poking at each other, trying to get positioning, trying to find the right pick. It's a bit of a pinch of momentum here from Fury right now. Abylos struggling a little bit right there, takes some damage, but Solo dives on in, Fire Clash, and it's not going to be enough for them to take a bit of damage. Currently getting chased down right now. Jongvek's putting in the work. Silva is close to Supernova, but you know who's even closer now? Rocco to the Galactic Legend Star-Lord. There it is, the Venom. Nev is pushing through onto Jongvek, but Adam is just sustained because of Chronix and Solman.
Yeah, really great to see that they're keeping them online as well. Billa now going to be shut down and more to follow. Chronix locking in here. Nev's down as well. Everybody is going down. They do eventually get the trade back, but now Silva going to be taken out of the mix there. Everybody is out of here, and it's going to be solid work coming out of from Kanga there. They finally managed to break in, and they got just under 5 minutes to go here. So, solid work, and they're going to push on to the convoy section of the map.
Let's get it there.
Oh, they definitely are. I just want to also point out, Billa did switch to Strange there. Did lose a bit of percentage towards that Kraken impact, of course, but they've gone back to the bucket. Let's see how they can interact over here, try to take it forward. Right now, Kanga's push, getting up that hill. Again, it's a very dangerous part of Jalia, very hard to push up this uphill section. Let's see if Fury can activate and start burning it up.
Burning it up and bringing out all the ults they possibly can right now. We'll see who's going to be able to take things over the line. Ayabagamoto certainly could, but the Karmic Revival to take it one step closer. Rocco's down, Rocco's back, and we got the Invisible Boundary coming up as well. Kraken Impact are going to be basically nullified here. WoW is looking to do whatever they can for their team to dial in. Take it up a notch, and there it is. Now seeing KO's break through. Big use the diamond there, and they hunt down another. Texi is out of here. Fury are holding it down, holding the line, and looking to stagger out these KOs. There we go, another one on the board. Everybody is falling here, and they have built up a nice amount of time off that.
Yeah, it's a good defensive position right there for Fury right there. It's a good opportunity for them to try and reconvene now with ultimates online. Sonic is ready to go when they need it. Nev's there with the big abyss as well. But Kanga can respond with the Meteor, and Agamotto will be there online for Texi very quickly. Portal is also almost online for them as well. They could try to hit a flank and try to get a little bit of a double angular fight here, but Jongvek is there on the high ground, holding it down, dueling with Nev, who is constantly hunting for the Adam right now, trying to get value taken out. What could potentially be a big Karmic Revival, but there it is, starting us off. Zidek is, of course, pushed off by X-Time right there. Gonna get the value from the Eternal Watching Solman, trying to push up the stairs of Jalia right there. And Billa's gonna go for the hook and uppercut directly into, oh my days. They took Solman out of Eternal Bot. That is insane value into an Agamotto right there from Texi with the Maelstrom taking out. They're both seeing these are down. It's burning up in the back line. There it is, Silva taking out Chronix with a slam from the Tornadoes right there. Combination station has been reached. Kanga take 1, 2, 3. That's Fury down for now. And it does look like Kanga have the lead in this fight. Karmic Revival is going off from Jongvek, bringing Chronix back in the fight. And there it is, Rocco chasing the Venom and getting that final pick of the fight.
Second chance is over.
Taking it away and looking to take it one step up. And they've got the Galactic Legend, and it's time to get legendary with it. They are going to nullify that damage, though. Eternal Bond is keeping them up. Maybe not for too long, though. Trying to hunt something down around the back. It ain't going to happen. They're going to be entirely nullified, counted out there, and looking to see if they can push things up with a little bit more. But Fury have got even more in store. It's the Psionic Seduction coming at you from IX9. Silva going to be shut down as well. Jongvek doing the best they can to hold it down here. Nev trying to hunt them down. They're being pumped with damage as well, though. So they are going to have to pull back nice and quick. Another Vanguard dislodge from the defense here. But the fate of both worlds could be exactly what they need to keep things online. Rocco going down as well. This is exactly the direction they wanted to take this one in. Texi, though, is not giving up, not giving in. The strategists are down, and there could be even more to follow in a second. Fury are just staggering in, and Kanga are looking to send it to the next checkpoint.
Wow, we're in a
They do definitely indeed right there with a good pace. And an ace to follow right there, putting in the pressure, and there's a big stagger taking out Nev right there. Massive value for Kanga as they're pushing into the third and final section of Jalia. Let's see if they can take it all the way to the end right now. Let's see if they can turn that corner up the stairs, through the corridor, through the fog of war, and see if they can claim victory here. But Fury do have a presence and potential with a Supernova coming online for Silver, as well as the Eternal Bond from TFNeb. We're going to see how that all unfolds right now. Snowflake, of course, is already primed and ready on Silver. We're going to see Rocco flying around for the flank on the Star-Lord, trying to get a legendary with it, trying to get some picks onto that guy, but he's going to be made by the patty caking strategist, but it's not enough. And Rocco takes out X-Lyle right there, taking out the Luna. That's not going to be anytime soon for a Fate of the Both Worlds. Chases the torch. Will it be enough to actually take out the torch? A little bit of firepower, phase shifting. The Flyers are having a duel in the back line, but the teams are fighting on the convoy right now into the invisible boundary to start us off. And John Vex trying to line up the shots, seeing who can get a pick here. Matzy, but Eternal Bond could be online very soon. Could be big value. And there's an Agamotto.
Ooh, there's more where that came from. There's a bunch of KOs, but the Karmic Revival is bringing everybody back. It's going to be pumping things up for Kanga right now. Fury still one player down and could be even more in a second. They're going to need to fall back and give a little bit of ground here. IX9 struggling to hold the line for this one, but they've got max power, max potential, and this is going to be down to the wire to try and hold a Kanga back. Eternal Bond online, Agamotto around the back, trying to stack up the damage, stack up the KOs here, and they find one. Villa going down, and more to follow around the back as well. They're bursting up the damage, and looking to pump it another level higher. They've targeted the strategist, they've got to get away, but not today. Kanga will send them packing, staggering out the KOs one after the other here. They mean business. They want to take it the full distance, and it's make or break.
Oh, it is make or break more than ever right now. And there it is, Kanga on the final 3 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter. They don't contest. Fury don't make it in time. And Kanga do take the full distance of Jalia here. And the script is trying to get flipped. And let's see if Fury can push the same. That is going to be very interesting, Matzy. I tell you what, something to consider here. Kanga had a pace. They got a big time bank, not even any close to overtime. That is going to be smart for them right there. That's going to be very beneficial going into this defense with a strong mental right now. You know what I'm suspecting? Triple. They did it before. They could run it again. They could really bunker in. However, it's a bit tough to do on this map because you really can't hold the spawn door. However, I think they can bunker in a little bit, maybe go 3-2-1 composition. You know, as we know, Adam can play the third factor in that sort of situation. Bringing out the banner Namor, I could see that working. I could see it working, but for now, they're going to roll out with what we know. They're going to bring in, of course, the reality warping Doctor Strange Texi right there, making it happen. Zhong Vek, of course, Karmic Revival. I will say though, Zhong Vek on defense, stronger positioning pick right there with the Atom. Having that Karmic Revival on defense means that they have to fight through double the defensive lineup, double the defensive pressure, double the walls in front of you, and double the absolute healing coming out from the strategist. So let's see if that's beneficial for them. I will also say Rocco on the flank in a defensive position is also beneficial. This looks very, very beneficial for Kanga. However, Fury are formidable and aggressive on the front line and moved like an absolute training ball. When you least expect they can barrel on through. Let's see if they can do it. Billy's on the Bucky. This could get fun.
This could get really, really fun. I'm liking the portal potential. I'm already seeing it get built up here. Nev trying to seek him out, trying to see what they can capture. Here we go. Portal comes through. They're looking to take the high ground. See if they can stop them. But Kanga have been found in another location, and they're going to have to deal with Rocco looking to take things up a notch up close. And they've got players on the other side of the mission area as well. So somebody has got to find a way to break into this one. Somebody has got to find the opening KO and really get this fight flowing. But nobody dares make any super significant moves as yet. You know, it's a very calculated approach for the moment.
Quantum magic.
Calculations need to be made right now, seeing where the value is to dive on in right now. But Rocco's going straight for the Bucky right now on the back foot. Billa is, but getting out back. Enough to take down Silver. Big pressure from Rocket on the Star-Lord. That's going to take one down from Fury. Fury's going to lose a bit of firepower. There. Second Dorse is taken down. Bella's taken down by Zhongvek on the Adam right now, pushing forward. Looks like Fury's going to have to regroup for now, but they're getting pushed in by Texi. Agamotto is online. The Maelstrom hits Nev. Strangely strange goes in favor of Texi right now. Zhongvek getting a pick on TF Nev right there. That's going to be 1-2 down. Staggering Fury another 20 seconds out of their next time bang. This is going to be a tough one for them right now, but they do have more ultimates than Kanga do at the moment. They do have ultimates online, 2 of them close to the Supernova. Probably will build up the Agamotto just the same. But Kanga have all 6 ultimates ready for this next fight. My goodness! Look at the percentages.
It's crazy to see, isn't it? You know, they're so close to just having a full arsenal of ultimates. They can definitely bide their time here. But speaking of ultimates, Eternal Bond is going to be online for Neb there, looking to get more from it. Agamotto comes out. Neb taken out immediately. Solman doubles down on the KOs as well, fighting all the duelists and the strategist as well. Everything is just going right for Kanga right now. They only had to use a couple ultimates of their own to respond to the attacking presence of Fury there. And they've still got 4 huge ults they can rely upon. That is crazy work, but crazy work could be coming through from Fury as well. They've now got Psionic Seduction online and getting closer and closer to many more. But there's a change up here. There's a jet.
Honestly, that fight was a bit beneficial for Fury. They only used 1 ultimate to get 2 out of Kanga. The economy for ults has balanced out for now. Let's see if it's enough for them to try and take the victory from here. Of course, they do have Sonic ready with an Agamotto. That could be a clean wipe if they time it right. It's all on Nev. If they can land the flying Agamotto. Let's see as the Sonic goes out first. Going to be met with the Fatal Battle by Xlar, pushing on forward. Kanga's there to drop 2 ultimates. There's the boundary to keep sustained. Zhongvek can hit the Karmic when they need it, of course. Jeffy is splashing, hopefully trying to get the picks they need, building up to the ult. A Magneto Meteor hits the wall, but as Rocco takes out, but there goes the Jeff right there. That's going to be a massive presence from Silva, hitting a Hawkeye ultimate going. Oh, you don't even see him, and they're taking him out right there. Putting him on the back for so much firepower coming out from the legend who does not miss right there. That's Silva on the Hawkeye, put it in the work in a triple KO. Do we see a potential quad? They're seeing picks right there. They're landing shots, but Kanga's there to regroup because the Karmic Revival brings everyone back. Maxi, just when you think they're gone, they're back again.
Back again, and looking to do so much more. The sword's coming out, they're slicing through and getting KOs, maybe even a few. And it's Jeff time coming at ya. Not going to be picking up too much, not going to be picking up anything. Texi isolates it, and now they're going to look to block him off with the portals as well. Oh no, don't. If there was a little more time, they would have done it to him, Lagger. That is devious work.
But there it is. There it is. The victors of Jalia will be Kanga Esports, which does mean they win this best of 3 series in the group stage and keep on moving forward. Lessons to be learned for Fury, I will say, but that is a dub for Kanga Esports.
That's it, a huge win, bringing it back there. Fury, definitely a pleasant surprise, I'd say, taking away that opening map against Kanga. We weren't exactly sure what we would expect, you know, seeing Fury come in against one of the top teams, you know, previously in the region there, and now Kanga certainly is solidifying that they are still one of the top teams, and they're here to prove themselves. But Fury, they're no pushovers, you know. We saw what they were capable of on Domination there, and I think that this is only the beginning of what's yet to come from them. So hopefully we can see some more of that potential activated for them later on into the group stage here. But Kanga, that's going to be a nice, pleasant beginning to the journey ahead.
Absolutely strong start for Kanga Esports. We know they've been working hard, finally seeing them in the action. It's going to be good to see. It's been a minute. Kanga, it's nice to see you, but Fury are going to have some lessons to be learned here, as we know. Maybe we might regroup and figure out how to tackle the peaks in band stage right now. Constantly being locked into certain picks was tough for them, and it looks like Kanga's comfortable with the Adam. They're like, listen, you can take all the other strategists out of here. We're going to roll Adam. Zhongvek's got our back. He's going to bring us back into the fight with the Karmic Revival, and it's going to be constantly fighting 2 fights in 1 every single time Fury got to take him on. That's just how Adam works, everybody. But very soon we're going to get into some highlights, look at the best moments of that matchup in that best of 3 between Kanga Esports and Fury. This was a good series to start us off here. Marvel Ignite OC Matty is fired up, man. It's good. We got a 1-2. Kanga brought it back after a rough start. It showed some signs of life, and we love to see it. We love the comeback story. But IX9 putting in the work on Emma, taking out Rocco. Rocco was a presence to be unknown, I'll tell you that, but so was Bill. Big damage.
Huge damage coming through there, and definitely more where that came from. Agamotto over the top. This was just huge, being able to deactivate some of the strategist line at the back there, but Silver was one of the same, you know, finding huge dives onto the back line there, just really kicking things up a notch for their team. Poor Neb getting caught out by Texi there, and it just all worked out so right. So that is going to be the way to finish things off there. You know, Solomon delivering the great work on the Cloak and Dagger, and definitely doing that hero great justice.
Woo. Absolutely, absolutely. It is going to be a fun one, I'll tell you that. Seeing more of these teams. I believe, you know, I'll tell you something. That was a nice matchup. I think we collect some information as well for the folks at home. We're now noticing very much when it comes to bans, taking out the strategists. We're talking about most likely three strategist bans per side. If there is that fourth ban not being another strategist, usually it's the Magneto, could be the Emma. Rarely has it been a duelist. I don't think in these 3 maps so far, we don't have a singular duelist ban so far, nor a duelist protect as well. People are confident that it doesn't matter what duelist is being rolled out, we're going to bring out the strats, we're going to bring out the vanguards, we're going to roll it down. Emma's definitely been one to consider. Magneto's still a presence to be reckoned with. Mr. Master of Magnetism himself. The Magneteors are strong. But besides all that, Massey, you know, look, I see him behind you. I see the Magneto. I know you got him with you. He's in the crew. He's ready to go. Let's not ban him out. He's here on cast today, casting with us. We want to see more Magneto. We want to see more dunks. Bring out some of those meteors. We'd love to see it. But game's the game. We'll see what can happen. I will say, though, Texi bringing out the Strange. Of course, the Groot as well. Kanga bringing out Strange and Groot was good to see. Portal play is still a factor here in Ignite, and we could see that it does change the tide. It does just buy a lot of time. It really does. Portals are still primed. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they're primed up, ready to go. You know, we saw players get sent to Kamatage. We've seen plenty of places that they've been sent, even off the map. You know, crazy stuff coming out from some of those portals today. We even almost caught a glimpse of another devious portal right at the end of that last map there. You know, definitely excited to see what else is going to be coming through on the horizon. Definitely going to be fun times ahead. But, you know, thinking about the pick ban phase, Liger, it's crazy, isn't it? The contrast between seasons. You know, we saw such duelist focus previously, and now there's none. None.
Yeah. Torch not being banned is pretty crazy. I won't lie. Torch not being banned is crazy. You know, we commonly saw Phoenix bans, Torch bans, Wolverine bans, Psylocke bans, you name it. Big bans happening all out to those hyper carry duelists. But when you've got that triple strategist lineup, which is primed and ready, even after so many factors, it is definitely cool to see some duelists make it through.
That's it. And looks like we've got something special in store for you all, everybody. Looks like we've got a little bit of a spicy interview coming through from our winner. Coming through very, very shortly here. It is going to be one of our players from Kanga Esports. And take it away, Solomon. Welcome in. Congratulations. And how are you feeling after that incredible match?
I feel really good because I won today. Thank you.
That is absolutely awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Now, Solomon, well, you know, as we know, you've joined us from South Korea, of course. You know, you're playing alongside Kanga Esports. You know, just want to know, how are you experiencing, how is it fighting alongside some of these best Aussie players here in the OCE region? Tell us about your team.
It's really good to play with OC players, so I'm really happy to play with them.
No, that's great to see, and great to see that you're integrating well into the team. But I guess into the matchup today, you know, was it the result surprising? Did you expect Fury to take a map off your team?
I wasn't expect that, but it's okay because we won the game. So I'm really happy now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, Solomon, I want to know, majority of the time you were bringing out the Cloak and Dagger. How do you feel Cloak and Dagger is performing when we're talking about a meta where majority of these strategists are getting banned? How does your C&D perform in this current season?
I think Cloak and Dagger is really good in the team game, so we are going to use Cloak all the time.
No, great to see. I think that, yeah, definitely a high priority strategist coming through there. And I guess speaking of priority strategists, you know, it was great to see your team get a lot of value out of the Adam Warlock there, you know, playing into the Karmic Revival. Do you feel like other teams are stepping up into like that direction as well? Or do you think maybe it's something that's more focused on by your team only?
I think Adam character is really good because his ult is really strong. So maybe other team will use same as us, I think.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, Solomon, you know, you're here. You're on the big stage for Marvel Rivals Ignite. Is there anything you want to say to the people out there in the world watching you today? You know, what do you want them to remember you by?
I want to go to the LAN this season.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Respect.
I love it. Definitely going to be great to aspire towards that, and very excited to see if you and your team are able to do it. You know, I think that there's definitely going to be some hot competition coming into this one, and I guess thinking forward, you know, who do you feel like is going to be the most challenging team for you guys to face into stage 2 here?
I think the team Chopper Mag, they are really strong, so I want to beat them.
That's good. That's good. Is there anyone specifically on Chopper Mag who you consider your rival, maybe?
I think FMCL is really good, so I will try to defend him.
Okay. Okay. Big talk. Respect. Like it.
Like it, love it, and very eager to see, yeah, what else is going to be breaking in here. But speaking of breaking in, you know, I've seen that there's another new map on the horizon. I'm hopeful that you guys are going to be able to take that one on well as well.